give you a brief peek behind the curtain. I'm forever going to hate this fucking video. I really am. Not because of the content or the subject matter, but because I've already recorded. I thought that I had already recorded a good 10 minutes of it, and apparently, all of a sudden, my memory card decided to write protect itself. So I lost it. So we're doing this again. This is take 2. I hate take 2. I always feel like it's lacking shit that was in take 1. And when I edit this, I'm going to rewatch it and I'm going to go, fuck. So, whatever. Starting over. So, in the sleepy town of North Pole, Alaska. You can tell the things I've already said before, too. It's another thing that annoys the shit out of me. Starts to sound scripted. There's a high school, and in this high school, there's a transgender student. This student took a selfie of themselves, just to be safe, and they posted it on Snapchat, right? This person, you know, say what you will, why you feel the need to do that, but whatever. It was touted as a big event. Many of the transgender people that I have spoken to, they didn't really so much support the bathroom thing. They didn't like it for many of the same reasons that I didn't like it. I just don't like legislating that you can't stop somebody that you might feel doesn't belong where they're going from going where they're going. Maybe ask them a question or two. I think that's ridiculous. But beyond that, honestly, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what bathroom anybody uses. If I had $1 for every time I was in a bathroom with a woman and we were both just doing our thing, I actually would be kind of a wealthy man. There's some validity to that shit. Bars are a place where all the time you got chicks waiting in line and the men's room is fucking empty. Right? So some smart, arrogant, egotistical lady decides to draft some poor fucking schmo. Watch the door for me while I go to the bathroom. Right? And nobody cares. So everybody just goes, yeah, okay, sure, lady. And fucking, and the guys come in and out, and nobody fucking cares. It happens all the time. It's actually quite rare when women get raped, as far as interactions between men and women go. Right? Like, we all want to make out the world to be this place where everybody's raped all the time. It really isn't fucking that way. It's actually really not. If you take into account all of the interactions between a man and a woman that happen on a daily basis, and adjust for how many of them are fucking rapes, you find out it's staggeringly low how many rapes are actually going on. Whatever. So, nevertheless, I understand the concern both ways. People want to feel comfortable in their own skins. People want to just be happy living their lives. Fine. That's why I don't care. That's why I don't make an issue of it. I am one of the billions of people in this world that don't fucking care. And for every one of me, it seems like there's 50 fucking assholes that are all going to make a problem over everything because I got to be involved in making a problem over fucking everything. Right? And I'm just like, man, alright, whatever. So, it's like, oh my god, fucking just stop for a minute and tell a story. It doesn't really fucking matter or anything. So, I'm at the grocery store right? And I'm buying 2 items. A thing of toilet paper and a bag of Starburst jelly beans, because it's, you know, Easter season. And they have jelly beans now, and I'm a jelly bean fiend. So I'm getting a bag of jelly beans and a thing of toilet paper. That's it, right? I'm amazingly quick when I'm at the self-checkout line at the grocery store, because I'm not getting paid to work there. So I don't want to be on the clock as long as I can fucking possibly be. I want to be there as short as I can possibly be, right? Plus, other people are shopping. I like to be considerate of the fact that there's other people in this fucking world. Sue me. So I'm just kind of wandering along, and I get into what I think is the end of the line for the self-checkout thing, right? Nobody says anything to me. Nobody behind me in line says anything. Nobody cared. I'm guessing because they saw that I was carrying a thing of toilet paper and a bag of jelly beans. I don't know. Could have been anything. Maybe they just were all having a good day, didn't fucking care. Maybe they were like, there's 3 of us in line, gives a shit. This dude clearly doesn't fucking pay attention, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. Fuck it, whatever. Let him go. There's 4 things, we're all waiting. Right? So the dude, one place in front of me, the guy directly in front of me, I didn't interrupt him at all. He turns around and he goes, the end of the line's over there. And I went, oh. And I look, and there's 2 people behind me. And I'm like, okay. And I just wandered over to the end of the line. But, like, I kind of looked at everybody, and they were all looking at me like, I don't fucking care. You got to think of jelly beans. How long could you possibly take? You know, and it's like, dude, why did you care? Nobody else cared. Just so that he could go, I helped those 2 other people with their day because they didn't have to wait 20 extra seconds. Whatever. Anyways, where were we at? Oh yeah, the bathroom thing. But it's a contentious issue. People are proud that they won their right to go to the bathroom, where so many have gone before and nobody cared. So, right? Some boys at the high school, they see this, and because they too live in a world wherein if you are not actively either being arrogant about what you got, or you're not shitting on somebody for being arrogant about what they got, if you're not one of those 2 groups, you just don't fucking matter. And you certainly don't matter unless everybody in the world can see it. So they decide, we're going to do protest. And I hate protesters. I just fucking hate protesters. I'm just gonna say that right now. Like, I'm at that point. Like, I don't mind protests. I hate protesters. Like, the people that get it into their head, we're gonna do a protest. You just fucking annoy me at this point. I don't care if you go out and protest. Go protest to your heart's content. But just know, I don't like you if you're doing it. Because most likely you're an asshole. And if you're not an asshole, why in the fuck are you standing out in whatever? The beautiful, wonderful summer day that you could be fucking spending any other way, or in the cold, like an idiot, with a sign going, Like, there are far better ways to do your protest nowadays. So, yeah. So they decide, we're going to go and protest. And a group of boys go to, as reported, storm the girls' bathroom. They came in those boats with the back door that flops down, and then all the soldiers pour out as the gunfire from the girls' encampment storming the beaches. If you didn't catch the reference. So they go to storm the girls' bathroom. And as they open the door, Man, life is better than movies. You want to know why? Because in movies, when shit like this happens, you go, well, it's a movie. Yeah, it furthers the plot. Well, of course it would happen. Why? If it didn't happen, there'd be no fucking movie. It's expected, even if it's unexpected. But in life, this shit just always seems to fucking happen. Alright, men, let's get our picture. Just fling open the door, and there standing is a girl. And they all go, oh, because she's not supposed to be there. We weren't expecting her to be there, right? And she's looking now at a group of boys who is coming into the bathroom. She's the only one in the bathroom. For a person raised in a land of fear, a time of fear and hatred, is probably taught, or at least has developed the thought process of that anytime you're in a situation like this, there really is no deeper context. You're about to be attacked. Because for all the interactions between men and women, this is the time you're about to get gang raped, right? All these boys are busting into the fucking bathroom and you're in there all alone. This isn't going to end well for you. They're not going to just let you go. Because whatever it is they're doing, they're not supposed to be doing it. And why? Because boys aren't supposed to go into the girls' room. Funny that there's that aspect of this story, but nevertheless, there it is. So, obviously they're up to no good of some sort. And they were. Because boys aren't supposed to go into the girls' room. So, she decides, being somebody who is not going to go down lightly, right? It's time to act. And she promptly knees kid in the groin. And then all the other boys fucking scatter like roaches. Why? Because I imagine they were all kind of thinking to themselves, alright, we just wanted to take a picture just to have a couple giggles. I didn't sign up for actually like conquering the girls' bathroom and possibly having to take a hostage. I didn't sign up for this shit. So they all take off because nobody wants to be in that situation. Now what happens? Well, the girl is expelled because she attacked the kid. Now, there's a part of me that can see it from both ways in this case. So, of course, because I can see it both ways, I have come up with a very brilliant, I think, third option to, of course, be on the side of the man. That's just how it happens. I don't know, because there is that. You know, when I'm done, you'll at least be able to go, all right, there is that. But whatever. So I can see it from the boy's perspective. All he wanted to do was run up into the girls' bathroom, take a picture of himself with his dudes, and go, we're in the girls' room, and probably get in trouble, detention or whatever for that. Who even fucking knows? I don't know. Yeah, there's it. Like, that's all he wanted to do. And I imagine when he opened that door and saw that girl, his first thought was, well, fuck, there goes that plan. I don't think that they were going to push her ass into the bathroom and, like, conquer the girl's bathroom and hold her hostage so that they can take their selfie. Like, I just can't fathom that would have entered into his mind. And she claims that they weren't letting her go. Well, that's possible. That's very likely, actually, that they weren't. That they decided, well, instead we're gonna fuck with this girl. Like we're blown. Our cover's blown. We're not going into the girl's bathroom, and we're not getting this picture. So at the very least, we can be like, you know, fuck with this chick, right? I don't know. I see that as being highly likely. Now, were these guys making moves like they were gonna attack her? I see that as possible in the respect of, well, anything's possible. You know, sometimes the hooker gets violent and she dies. You know, or sometimes the hooker just dies and then you just go, well, what the fuck do I do now? Like, anyways. So, like, here we are. She's not supposed to be here. I can totally see how the movie gets written to where these guys go, she isn't supposed to be here. That's a problem. Now we have to take her. And, like, but who knows what terrible fucking things they're doing. They're Russian spies. I don't know. Like, that's kind of where you wind up having to go when you go that direction. They don't tell her to get in the fucking stall and lock the door and then take their picture and say, all right, now count to 1,000 and then come out. Like, they're not bank robbers. Like, whatever. So, I can see how these guys, that man, he didn't deserve to get kicked in the nuts. I can see that. Because it might have been such a stunning moment, the whole thing, she might have been surprised and just seen the situation, played it out in her head the most terrible possible way and decided, I'm going down at least with a fight, and fucking just immediately, just reaction. I can see that also being true. And I can see a lot of justification for that thought process. I can. Because again, let's say it's only 3 guys. I don't even know how many guys are in the group, but let's say it's only 3 guys. 3 dudes have just opened the door to the girls' room, and they're giggling and laughing, probably, and here I am all by myself in the girls' room walking out. Like, if I look at them and I don't register a mirror of my own shock on their faces, at the very least, I'm going to think, well, at least they were expecting me to be here, and that's not good at all. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that has to play out there, and when you're talking about high school kids, you're talking about people with very limited experience. They don't really know the things to look for. You know what I mean? To realize, okay, well, they're as shocked as I am to see me fucking here, and then just go, what are you doing? Get away. And then just fucking push past them. Like, girls do that kind of shit all the time, too. You know, I don't care what you're doing in there. Just fucking leave me out of it. She'd eat him in the nuts. And she got expelled. Do I think that she deserves to be expelled for it? No. I don't think she deserves to be expelled. I don't. I really, really don't. Maybe a detention or 2 or something like that, or I don't know, whatever. Donate some fucking weekend time to something because you attacked another human being, and right, you have to at least give some sort of benefit of the doubt. The kid never even touched you, you just kicked him in the nuts or whatever. I don't know, maybe he did touch her. Fuck, man, I don't know the situation. And there's a lot playing on there. Some things where you go, well, then it's justified. And other things where you go, well, there's fucking a little bit over excessive. Very sticky issue. So, what is the third way to look at this? Well, there is a legality issue here. Not so much for the assault, but even though they're in Alaska, they're still American citizens, and they still have rights. And in this country, you have a constitutional right to protest. Oh yeah, I'm going here with it. You have a constitutionally granted right to protest. And it's against the Constitution to impede somebody in their protest. So if protest it was, then she stopped these boys from protesting. And that is illegal. Right? So, there is that angle to it. Right? You remember how I said there was going to be an angle? Then you kind of go, well, fuck, that's a thing. They say it's a protest. If they're saying it's a protest, who's to say they're wrong? If the original boy, if the original them who started it all, right? If they are a boy, who's to say they're wrong? There's a lot of synchronicity in many different layers with all this, right? So it's kind of like if you say, well, it's not a protest because we don't think it's a protest, well, then they can go, well, she's not a boy because we don't think she's a boy. And you kind of got to go, well, okay. Well, you're denying her existence. Well, you're denying my protest. And I have a constitution that says I can fucking have one. As long as I keep it peaceful and I was the one who was attacked. I don't know, man. But that is a thing. If it's a protest, she can't stop. She certainly can't attack them during the course of the protest. Get arrested for that kind of shit. But I don't think that the prosecutor is going to go that direction. Not against a high school kid. Just come the fuck on. Like, but I don't know. Maybe the school government, you vote for class president or whatever. Maybe the class president should have the class AG look into possibly if there's any sort of class constitutional blockage going on there. Maybe bring her up on some class federal charges. Make her the lunch lady for a week or something. I don't know what the fuck punishments you give kids in high school when you're the kids given the punishments. Whatever. And that actually sounds pretty good to me. Make her the high school lunch lady for a week. God, it'd be hysterical. Yeah. Fucking, I don't know. But yeah. I thought it was a funny story just because I'm like, just the ridiculousness of it. Just how can you not believe that there's not only a God, but that everything happens that coincidentally? Like, come the fuck on. It's just all that much of an accident that just all of a sudden here we are. Yeah, I don't know. God's real, and God's a fucking comedian, and you just gotta look hard enough to see the funny in it. But I thought this story was hysterical. God, this had me in stitches. I saw it. I was at work, and I have to get online to do some of the stuff that I do on work. So whenever I click it to go to the browser, it always brings up MSN, and MSN has the fucking news. And sometimes I'll click on the browser and then say something to my boss or something like that, and we'll get into a conversation, and I'll look back and the news will be there. And I saw a bathroom sign, and I was like, oh, I wonder what this is. And I saw the headline, boys stormed a girl's bathroom to protest. A girl got expelled for fighting back, family says. And I'm like... So I read the article and I thought it was fucking funny as hell. And then Notre Dame burned down. So I bumped this video until today. But here it is. There it was. There's the story. Like I said, it's a very complex issue. You know, you gotta be able to see it from both people's perspective, and you gotta be able to look at the boys and go, yes, you wanted to run in there, take a picture, you wanted to be as benign of a factor within that bathroom as you possibly could. You didn't want to hurt anybody. You didn't want to do anything bad. And you got attacked for it. But, fucking dummy, what in the fuck did you think might maybe possibly happen? Did you really think that the rules would apply as equally to you as to the other people? No. Welcome to the real world. You are still accountable because you are a man. Don't do dumb shit. Right? Not even because it's funny. Don't do the dumb shit. Sometimes because it's funny. And you can totally see it from the girl's perspective. A group of boys, however large it may be, are coming into the girl's bathroom. You're in there all by yourself. This looks like a kind of textbook gang rape situation. Not going down without a fight. And that's kind of commendable. But at the same time, I don't know. You just kind of got to be able to go, alright, like, how about you let off the gas a tad on fear and just, you know, like, measure out the situation entirely before you just start swinging. I know that's going to cost you the element of surprise, but believe me, when you go from what's going on here, please let me leave, or I'll scream, to, oh, we're not letting you leave, believe me, you will have the same surprise effect launching into an attack at that moment as you would launching into an attack as soon as you see them. You're not going to catch them any more off guard in either way. They're still going to be amazed that you're coming at them. Trust me. And then at least then you know, fight like your life depends on it, because it quite possibly might. In that situation, she could have hit that kid, and if those kids were actually going in there to hurt her, man, it ain't going to go any easier because you hit one kid in the nuts. That kid, in fact, is going to be most rough on you as he possibly can. So, and you didn't know, oh, this was a situation where I needed to fight for my life. I thought I might have done something bad. Apparently, my thing that I did bad was hesitating after I started attacking, because now it's getting worse. You know, like, go into it certain what you're getting into. Make sure you're not making a mistake, because apparently it can get you expelled. And if they're doing a protest, it could get you brought up on charges. So, you know, figure it the fuck out before you start launching into attack. And, you know, and when you do need to attack, man, fight like your life depends on it, because probably it does. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I just thought it was funny. And then when I thought of the fucking protest angle, I was like, I'm going to say that and somebody's going to have a problem with it.